My name is Anand Subramaniam, and I've been facilitating for Wilson Learning since 2008.
My name is Émilie Lebouler. I have been facilitating for Wilson Learning for 12 years now.
My name is Andrea Elliott. I'm based in Austin, Texas, and I've been facilitating with Wilson for the past 19 years.
Hi, my name is Joe Habenhofer, and I'm a senior facilitator with Wilson Learning Corporation. I started with Wilson Learning back in 1973.
My name is Steve Johnson. I live in Santa Barbara, California, and I've been a facilitator with Wilson Learning for over 20 years.
Well, my name is Anthony Pacifico, but I go by Tony, and I have been facilitating for Wilson Learning for close to 30 years now.
Every time I've thought about purpose or the purpose of human beings, the only answer I've ever felt able to rely on is learning. I've always felt like the purpose of human beings in the world is to learn and get better and pass that information along so that we get better the next time. And I feel like what I do as a facilitator is the most direct way of fulfilling that purpose that I've ever experienced. So yeah, that's what makes me passionate about what I do.
I am passionate about humans. I love helping others to grow, and I love helping them to feel better in their jobs and lives and finally to achieve their goals.
I love working with different participants and seeing the light bulbs go off in their eyes when they hear something, and perhaps it's something that they already had been exposed to, but they hadn't considered it for a long time, or they haven't been doing it. So to just help someone see something differently or implement a new tactic into their workplace, that's what keeps me going in the classroom.
One is that I always can be very confident, one, in the content of the programs, top notch in terms of the content. Also, the support that I get from the Wilson Learning team is excellent. They provide me the confidence that the details, such as putting together all of the materials, making certain that they've communicated ahead of time with people around materials that are needed in the room, gives me an opportunity to just focus specifically on what I have to do in terms of making a great experience for the participants.
What really gave me fulfillment was watching how people would take concepts that we talked about and would invent a new way.
I don't really even think about the switch between virtual and in person. I find that if you think about it from the perspective of what needs to happen here, like participants need to have a visual anchor that reminds them of certain concepts, or participants need to be engaged so they feel like they can participate. If you think about it from that perspective, it's the same. It just looks different. So when we think about visual anchors in the classroom, that's probably a flip chart. A visual anchor in the virtual environment is more like an image that's able to appear at the drop of a hat. So as long as I'm looking at it from the perspective of what does the participant need, and then translate that into, well, what's the medium we're working with, then it just flows very nicely.
When I get prepared for a session, it's important to me to customize the tools, the timeline and the exercises as well. I vary the exercises as much as possible to make people focus on the training. For example, I use some collaborative digital tools, discussions, brainstormings in breakout rooms, small challenges, games, and so on. I think it is essential to adapt the training's design to the learning modality.
I think that as a facilitator, I'm hoping to make a difference to my participants by helping them look at things through multiple perspectives. I think in Wilson Learning language, the perspective spiral, just being able to enable that for them, not just as the activity itself, but in terms of the thought process of examining a particular situation from different perspectives and then seeing the learning and the development that comes within them because of it.
I like to watch participants see something in a totally different way. Now, I find that one of the things that is the most dangerous phrase in learning, the most dangerous 4 words, is I already know that. And sometimes, most of the time I'm working with established, professionals. They've been in their career 10, 20 years. So if I have a participant who comes in that mindset, it's so fun to watch them think, maybe I knew that, but do I do it? Do I do it consistently? Do I do it well? And so watching them go through that mental process of seeing something differently or realizing, hey, wait, this is something that could really integrate into my role and into my career, that's what keeps me going with participants.